Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Des and today I'm taking you through a 35-minute full body Pilates reformer workout. This workout is entry level and perfect if you're just starting out on the reformer, and was also programmed with postpartum mamas in mind to help get that deep core muscle activated, to help heal the core, and also to get our bodies moving again. So either way, I hope you'll join me and enjoy this workout, and let's get started. All right, you guys, we're gonna be starting today on 2 heavy springs and 1 medium tension spring. So that's gonna be 2 red and a blue on this machine, and we're gonna lie down on our backs for footwork. You're welcome to go to 3 heavy springs if you'd like at any point, a little extra, but this is gonna keep it gentle, keep us focused on the areas we wanna focus on today. We're gonna start in a neutral spine with space in the low back, and heels together, toes apart, balls of the feet on the bar. I want you to just really squeeze those heels together. We're not gonna move the carriage yet. We're gonna focus on breathing. So I want you to actually take your hands to your rib cage. Take a big inhale, let your rib cage expand. And then exhale, think about wrapping that rib cage around, but not changing your spine. We wanna keep that space underneath. Inhale again. And exhale. Wrap everything together. Good. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Drop your hands to the side. One more inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to think about squeezing your heels together, and exhale, press out and bring the carriage back in slowly. Exhale again. On the out, inhale as you come in. Let that rib cage expand into the carriage. Exhale, zip everything together and back in. So again, focusing, squeeze those heels nice and tight the whole time. We want to think about activating the inner thighs, little lift through the pelvic floor, release everything as you come in. Exhale out, inhale back in. So this isn't super high on the weight. We just want to focus on the resistance both ways. Slowly come in, exhale, squeeze, and slowly come back in. Good. Exhale. If you're brand new to the reformer or a postpartum mama here, this could feel like plenty of weight. You could be feeling the burn right away. We're gonna keep it nice and gentle, basic flow today. Last 2, keep that breath going. That's gonna be super important today. Think about wrapping around the core. Last 1, I want you to come halfway in and pulse it down. Refocus that energy, focus on squeezing the heels together. Tailbone is heavy, we're not tucking through the pelvis. You can reach your fingers under there, have that space in the low back. You can also place your hands on your hips. If they're flat, that means you're in neutral. We don't want them to tilt back towards you. Make that pulse a little wider, feel in those inner thighs. Breathe through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze everything out. Bring it back in. We're gonna go to your heels on the bar and parallel, hip distance apart. Flex through the feet. We want the feet to stay in line with the bar the whole time. You're gonna inhale, prepare. Exhale, press out. Squeeze up on the knees. Slowly bring it back in. Again, press out, squeeze up on the knees, and bring it back in. Focus on your feet. They're naturally going to want to rock back towards you. We want your feet to stay level with the bar. Bring it back in. Focus now through the hamstring and glute. Quads are going to want to take over. Hamstring and glute, that's what we're pressing from. Yes, good. Keep that same 3D breath. Wrapping. Inhale, expand the ribs into the carriage. Exhale, press every time. So good. Squeezing up, focus on the feet. They're still right in line with the bar. Equal weight through the heel. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it halfway in. Pulse it down. Think about kind of sticking the booty out. Not letting the ribs flare. They're gonna stay wrapped. Nice wide pulse here. Feet are staying in line with the bar. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out long, squeeze up on the knees. Bring it back in, drop to the balls of your feet. We're gonna bring everything now together, squeezing together. If squeezing together is uncomfortable on your knees or ankles, you can keep it hip distance apart. I want you to lift your ankles up towards the sky. Inhale again, prepare. Exhale, press out, hold it out there. Keep your heels exactly where they are here in a high calf raise, but you're gonna bend your knees and your heels are gonna stay still in space, and then press out again. So I don't want my heels lifting up towards the ceiling as I come in, if you see that. And back, I want my heels to stay in one place and squeeze. That's what's actually gonna force us to work through the ankle joint, which is what we want here. Squeeze every time, big exhale. Inhale to come in, exhale out. Nice, you guys. Squeeze up on the knees. We want to engage the quad and bring it in. We never want to bounce at the top. It's always going to be a slow squeeze and engage the quad, and then slowly unengage to come back in that eccentric motion. 4 more, full press. 3, check in with that neutral. 2, hold it out on 1. We're going to do calf raises. You're going to lower your heels and lift, keeping that lift up on the kneecap, lower and lift. We don't want to be in a hyperextended position. Staying lifted is going to protect through the back of the knee and the knee joint. Good. Full range or whatever feels good for you today. 4, full calf raise. 3, 2, hold it up on 1. We're going to drop your right heel and bend your left knee. So we're stretching now through the back of the right calf. Now come up through your high half toe through center and switch. Drop the left heel, bend the right knee. Come up through center, switch, and go to the other side again. Come up through the center, switch. Good, we're gonna pick up the pace now. Going one and the other, maintaining stability through the hips as we do this. Good, those ankles will be burning right away. We're working all those stabilizers and mobilizers through the ankle. Pick up the pace for 4, switch, 3, 2, 1, come to your high half toe. I want you to drop your heels level with the bar. Now you're gonna do little walks till you get to your heels. This is supposed to just feel so good on your feet. All those little ligaments in the feet, little muscles in the feet, just need a little massage every once in a while. And back, let's walk back a couple more times. You're just relaxed through the feet, little walks up and down. If there's a spot that just feels good and you kind of want to rock back and forth or bounce into it, do so. This is for you. Nice, one more. Walking all the way to your heels. And back, up to the balls of your feet. Come back to that high half toe, come halfway in, squeezing everything back together, pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it out long and bring it back in. Nice, you guys. Let's kind of rock the knees side to side quickly. We're going to be going right into hip rolls. So I want you to put your heels back on the bar, hip distance apart, and drop your headrest down. So lift that lever, drop it down all the way flat. Your hands are going to be just down by your side again. Find your neutral spine to start. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Right now we're just going to tuck into imprint. So press that low back down. Do some pelvic rocks and inhale, rock back to neutral. Exhale, tuck, 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 press the low back down, and inhale, rock back to neutral. We're activating now a little bit deeper into the core, activating that rectus abdominis in the front and back. Exhale, blow all the air out like you're blowing through a straw, and then inhale through the nose. 2 more. Exhale, rock into that imprinted position and back to neutral. Last one. And back to your neutral. Inhale again. This time, exhale. You're going to press through your imprint, press into the carriage, and scoop through the belly, lifting the hips all the way up towards the sky, resting your weight onto your shoulders into a bridge position. Inhale here, rib cage expands again, and exhale, soften through your rib cage. Roll through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, pressing, pressing, pressing into the carriage, using your core to create that mobility. Through your spine, inhale again, exhale, press. This is nice and slow. We're thinking about that activation, scooping, 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 trying to get as much movement as this in the spine as possible. Inhale at the top, exhale, soften again through the ribs, melt down, tuck in the pelvis, lower back hits first, and then rock back to neutral where you have space. Again, scoop, scoop, scoop. Use the glutes and hamstrings to keep the carriage pulled in. We have a little extra weight to help us today. And roll it back down. Good. If you went up to the 3 heavy springs, I suggest going down to the 2 red and blue or a medium tension just for this next one. Soften and roll. Good. Last one, I want you to reach your hands up to the sky. Inhale again. Exhale, think about pressing your shoulders down into the carriage. Roll it up here. Good. Hold, hold, hold here. We're going to drop the hips just a teeny bit and pulse it up. And up. The arms lifted is forcing us to stabilize just a little bit more through our core. Activate the obliques. Just 3, 2, hold it up on 1. I want you to keep your arms raised. You're going to press the carriage out and let your hips drop to hover right above the carriage. And then bring your carriage back in, lifting your hips back up to the sky. Press it out again. Let your hips lower to a hover. And then hips lift up, up, up to the sky, squeezing through the glutes. Inhale out again. Exhale. We want to really, really think about that core activation that we've talked about a lot already to help us through this. If you're feeling a lot spilling into your lower back, I want you to take everything lower. Hips lower, and they stay lower as you come in. Instead of being all the way up here, you're going to be right about here. We want to release any of that tension. Good. Last 2. Exhale, lift. And 1. Bring it back in. Lower your hands down for a little more support. Last set of pulses. Drop your hips just a little bit. Pulse it up. Just 8, 7. Keep that core tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And exhale, soften and roll back down. Windshield wiper the knees. Really good, you guys. Roll on over to one side to help yourself up. And we're going to switch your weight. You're going to go to just 1 heavy and 1 medium tension spring. You're welcome to go to 2 heavy springs as well if you want a little bit more here. I'm going to raise my headrest back up. We're going to lay back down, and you're going to need your straps for a mid-back series exercise. So take your imprinted spine here. You're going to press the low back down into the carriage. Lift your legs into a tabletop position and press into the straps so that your arms are right above your shoulders. Hold it here on your inhale. Exhale, you're going to pull it back down. If this feels a little intense on your core right away, I'm going to cross your feet and pull your knees a little closer to you. And that will definitely relieve some of that core pressure or any pressure or pain in the low back. and bring it back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, back in. Think about your belly button flattening and pulling down towards the carriage every time. Inhale through the nose, float it up, exhale, float it down. Good. Inhale up, exhale, down. Yes, good. If you're a postpartum mama here, I want you can pull your knees as close as you need to. If you're straight out of the gate and feeling like your core needs some time, give yourself that support. If not, you can go into that tabletop position and continue here. We're gonna hold this next one down and add a tricep press. Inhale, exhale. Now float it back up, back down, tricep press. Inhale, exhale. So you're breathing every time. Inhale, float it up, exhale, down. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Good. Keep breathing through it. Pressing the shoulders down into the carriage. Low back stays pressed down into the carriage. Spine is long. Yes, really good. Three more this way. Two. And one. Last tricep press. Hold it out there. Hold it out there. You're gonna do little circles with the arms, just as wide as it feels comfortable for you to maintain that stability through the core. But you're feeling that activation through the obliques. Feeling a little burn through the back of the shoulder. Shoulders should be just gliding along the carriage. 3. Exhale as you pull in. 2. 1. Reverse your circle. Good. Elbows are soft. 4. 3. 2. 1. And release it back in. Nice job, you guys. Open those arms out. Rock your knees to one side. And over to the other side. Drop the straps. Roll over to one side again to help yourself come all the way up. Good. We're going to switch to just a one heavy tension spring. So take off your medium tension spring and we're on just one heavy spring or one red spring on this machine. We're going to be going onto our knees for a knee stretch. So hands are going to go onto the bar, knees are down, feet up against the shoulder blocks. We want to be seated back towards our heels, so you're getting a crease at the hip. This is a very important position. We're working that transverse abdominis, deep core muscle. Relax the shoulders down, head is in line with the spine. Nothing is changing or moving from your upper body. My legs are going to go back behind me only as far as I can maintain that connection through my core and then right back underneath me. So if you need to watch for one, see where my spine is and then my booty is sitting back towards my heels. My knees are coming underneath my belly button. Inhale back, exhale, pull back in. Good. It's so natural to want to kind of tuck like this as you come in. But we're not doing round back. We're working in our neutral spine, which is going to help us activate that TVA, which is the muscle that supports our spine and also helps flatten our rectus abdominis. And if you're healing, coming back from having a baby, it's going to help heal our core and pull everything back together. We always want to start from within. Good. Accent the in a little more. Sit back and knees in. But try to focus on using your core to move the carriage. 4. Exhale. 3. Relax the shoulders and neck. 2. We're going to hold it in on 1. Sitting that booty back. Little pulses in and in. On the in, my belly button's pulling up and up. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax for a second. We're gonna stand right up. Feet are gonna be about mid-carriage. Step back a little bit more if you're taller. Feet just need to be right underneath your hips, and we're in a flat back. Hamstrings might feel super tight, and that's normal. You can come up to the balls of your feet if you need to, but we want our focus to be pressing the heels down, flat back, just like we were working. Legs are gonna go back as far as you can maintain a flat back, and heels pressing down. Soften through the knees, exhale back in. So this one, it's a little easier to kind of lift up in our shoulders. We wanna relax the shoulders down, push the booty back behind you. Inhale back, exhale. Same movement through the core. Try to use your core to move the carriage, not the legs or the arms. Soften your grip a little bit. Bend your knees slightly if you're feeling like you want to lock out or it gets a little too much of a stretch on the hamstring. Good. Exhale the in. Push that booty back. Double check the rib cage is lifted. And 3. Exhale 2. And 1. Pulse it in. And you got 6. Use that belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And soften the knees, round through your back. You can kind of pull up on the foot bar, pull it towards you. I know some machines, they don't move, but either way, kind of pull that foot bar and stretch through the spine. This should feel so nice. Rocking side to side. Good. Release that bar slowly down. Bend it back down. We're going to turn around and face your pulleys. Headrest can be down, but we're most likely going to be seated here. So I'm going to grab my straps. You're going to sit just crisscrossed. You're also welcome to sit with your feet this way if that's more comfortable. You're going to sit crisscross and scooch back. If you need to choke up on the ropes at any point, you can do that also. All we're going to do today is roll the shoulders back. We're going to do an elbow pull back, keeping your rib cage zipped and closed, and release. So if you're wanting a little more tension, you're going to choke up like this, and you're going to pull. Inhale back. Exhale. Pull. Having our elbows pull out, it's natural to want to lift through the shoulders like this. We don't want that to happen. Think elbows down just a little bit more so we can focus on the mid back, those posture muscles. We spend so much time rounded forward over our devices, or if you're doing a lot of feeding recently, postpartum, you're gonna really wanna work in opposition here. So exhale, pull. On the exhale, we're wrapping through the core, wrapping through the rib cage, opposite of where our arms are pulling. I want you to hold this next one back there. I want you to look right, left, back to center, and release. Pull back again. And now look left, right, center, and release. We're focusing on that isometric hold while relaxing the neck and shoulders, which is always easier said than done. Pull, look, side, side, center, release. 2 more. Pull, side, side, center, release. Last one. Side, side, center, release, and roll out your shoulders. Good. You can stay choked up if you'd like, or go to the loops. We're going to do a bicep curl. You can stay seated like this. If we're going to stay seated, I want you to actually cross the opposite leg in front, make it feel a little awkward, and you're going to bicep curl. Or you can take your feet here for your bicep curl. Either way, I want you to be seated up nice and tall on top of your hips, where you can focus on that core activation and just the arms working. Elbows are an extension of your shoulder. Unless you're feeling tension creep up into the neck, then lower your elbows down a little bit. Keep the same deep exhale through the mouth. Here we go. Exhale like you're blowing through a straw. Inhale, release. Think about that core wrapping. And 5. Exhale. 4. 3. Nice and slow. 2. Hold it in there on 1. Hold it. Just lower the elbows and lift. 6. Exhale. 5. 4. Keep that core supporting you. 3, 2, 1. And release through the arms. Good, you guys. Roll out the neck. Shake out the shoulders. Drop your straps off to the side. We're going to put your feet down. If you've never done this before, you're going to roll towards me. You're going to have one knee up against the shoulder blocks. The other leg is crossed in front of you. If this is uncomfortable on your hips, you can sit up on a block or something, or even just stack the legs. We're going to be doing mermaid. So hand is slightly in front of your shoulder, arm out to the side. We're going to lift and open up your spine as you press away, flexing side, lift up, and over to the other side. So nice. Inhale up. Exhale over. This should feel so good through the spine. Just to stretch. We don't do this lateral flexion near enough throughout the day. This helps open it up, get the blood and oxygen flowing to give us those positive endorphins. Good. Press up and over. Lift. Up and over. Good. 2 more this way. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Lift. Last one. Lift it up. Good. Relax and roll those shoulders out. Turn back towards your pulleys to just fold your legs to the other side. Lifting up tall. Place that hand in front of your shoulder. We're going to lift, open up the spine, flex side, lift up. Inhale and exhale over. Good. Again, inhale, exhale side. Good. Lengthen the spine every time, over and up. So we're focusing on the lift and over. Yes, good. The more we breathe throughout our Pilates workouts, the more we're going to get out of it. Exhale over. It focuses our energy into the right areas and helps us get that mind-body connection. Last one. And the other side. Beautiful. All right, we're going to be putting feet in straps. So if you want to hook your straps onto your shoulder blocks to make it a little easier, do so. We're going to go to 2 red springs. And we're going to lie down on our backs. Gently laying down. And take your straps off of your shoulder blocks. We're going to press away from the foot bar. Place one foot in. Put some tension into that rope. And place your foot into the opposite strap. Press both legs away from you. Shimmy your hips around. We want to find the neutral spine that we started with, where you have space in the low back, and that's going to be super important through this entire series. From here, legs are going to come up parallel, only as far as you can maintain your neutral spine with space in the low back. Flex and pull back down with the hamstrings and glutes. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, flex. Use that deep core to pull down. Inhale, exhale. We're pulling down as far as we can maintain connection through our core. So if you are a postpartum mama here, you might feel like something is pushing out. And that means your core needs a little more time. I would stop as soon as you feel anything pop out. That's as far as your range is at the moment. Flex and pull. Inhale, float it back up. Exhale, pull. Inhale up. Good. And 2. Focus on that crease of the hip coming up. And 1. Good. Float it down one last time, about halfway out. We're going to go toes apart, heels together. Focus on your heels staying glued together on this one. Bend through your knees and then zip everything back. I want you to focus on your heels staying together more than your knees coming together, because sometimes our knees come together and it will separate our heels depending on our body types. So focus on the squeeze, going only as straight as you can keep your heels glued. This is going to focus on inner thighs, and then I want you to think about a tiny lift through your pelvic floor. Inhale, bend, everything releases in the pelvic floor. Now I want just a teeny lift. It's not a full engagement. Don't think like a Kegel. You're going to do it just a teeny lift in the lower pelvis and then release it. Exhale again. Teeny lift and then release everything. If you feel like those inner thighs are feeling super fatigued, ease off a little bit. If you're just coming back from having a baby, our inner thighs are super weak. So we want to take it gentle here. Make your range a little smaller. 4 more. And 3. That little lift, think like 3 or 10 floors of an elevator. You're just going like to the first or second floor. That's it. Last one, zip and hold. We're going to go into that lift and lower, staying turned out, laterally rotated. Up and back down. Inhale up. You can flex a little, pulling back down. Think about that rotation through the hips, outer thighs, pulling back down. Inhale up, exhale, going as low as you can, maintain that abdominal connection. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Going into circles, you're going to go up and out and around. These are going to be pretty small, especially if you're postpartum. If not, or you're more experienced, you could take a wider circle here. We just want to listen to our body, make sure that those inner thighs aren't getting too over fatigued. 2, keep that tailbone heavy. We're still in neutral, so check. You can kind of reach those fingers underneath the low back. And 1, reverse it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I want you to bring your feet together. Hold on to the straps and let your knees drop out to the side. We're just stretching through those inner thighs now. That should feel so nice, but we want to be able to control this stretch with the straps. You no longer need to be in your neutral spine. Just relax everything here. Good. You can kind of move through it a little bit. Drop your heels a little more down towards the carriage if that feels good. And grab your straps, take your feet out carefully and set them off to the side. We're going to roll up to finish with a single thigh stretch. So going to just a red spring over towards the side that's closest to you. Come all the way up. Outside leg is on the ground, and then opposite leg, drop your knee down. Square off your hips, grab onto the bar, and you're going to just send that back leg back into a stretch. Feeling so good through your hip flexor and quad. Bring it in, inhale, and exhale. Send it back one more time. Make sure we're still lifted through the belly here. If we spill out, we're going to put it right into our lower back. Good. Right now we're gonna straighten your front leg and send the carriage back a little bit. If this feels too intense today, bringing your back leg back underneath you and kind of just hinge forward here. One deep breath and slowly come up and make your way over to the other side. I like to switch my red spring onto that side also and press it back. Good, and bring it in. And again, exhale. Hold it back there through a deep breath. And hinge the body forward, straightening your front leg, flex through the foot. And slowly bring it back in. Let's step off to the side. One final roll down, free of any equipment. Big inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Let everything just hang down. Shake it out. Shake any remaining tension out of your body. And when you feel ready, soften through your knees, roll up nice and slow. Head comes up last. Roll the shoulders back to finish. And you guys are done. I hope you enjoyed this workout today, whether you're new, postpartum, whatever it was that you seeked out this workout. I hope that it gave you what you were looking for. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and follow me on Instagram for more fun and workout content. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.